Hello everyone, it's Pauline Amlings again, your Boholana-Belgian tuning in. I hope you all had a great week so far. And today's vlog topic is why I should thank my conservative mom. Now, who here grew up with a conservative or strict mom or dad? And in this vlog, I will be sharing some of my thoughts regarding growing up with a conservative mom or strict mom, and also how it benefited me now as a person. So I'll just be sharing some experiences, and who knows, maybe you and I will have something in common. So now, when it comes to living with a strict or conservative mom, in terms of allowance, my mom used to give me just a saktong allowance. My allowance was enough for me to buy the food I needed, the drinks, other necessities, but it didn't leave much over for me to buy other things I wanted. But then again, those were essentially just wants and not needs, and all my needs were covered by my mom. So the reason I want to thank my mom for always giving me a saktong allowance when I was growing up is because it made me a more financially responsible person. I'm able to make more financially responsible decisions now, and I think it's also because of her that I'm more of a tihik person, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Now, another thing I want to share with you guys, I'm sure a lot of you can maybe relate to this. Perhaps some of you have had to experience moving out of the house for college, to study in another province, for example, or to study here in Manila. And in my case, I had to study in Cebu. So my parents would stay in Bohol while I would be studying in Cebu. My mom didn't want me to live alone, and she couldn't stay with me because she had to be in Bohol to take care of my dad. So she put me in a dormitory that was owned by the school, no less. So imagine that dormitory having very strict rules and limitations, all of which were all according to my mom's plans for me, or according to my mom's rules of protection. And I have to say, having to live in a dorm actually made me a more studious person, or I was able to create better study habits because of it. I didn't go out late at night. I mean that in a sense, I didn't go out much at night because we had a very strict curfew. Although I do admit I may have tried to sneak out once or twice, and I got caught once or twice. But of course, that taught me to own up to my mistakes and suffer the consequences. Another good thing about living in a dormitory owned by the school is that my mom was able to prevent me from having to go through the morning commute. I would just have to walk 5 minutes and I would be in my classroom already from my dormitory. Also, going back or circling back to the not going out late at night because of the curfew, I think it was also my mom's way of protecting me from falling prey to people with bad intentions, perhaps. So, Mom, thank you. Moving on, because I still have some things on my list. Now, I mentioned that I went to college in Cebu while my parents would still live in Bohol. And every weekend, and I'm not kidding, every weekend, my mom would ask me to go to Bohol to spend some time with them. And I have to admit, the commute by sea travel is kind of a hassle. I have to admit, coming home after a long week of classes and studying was actually the best stress reliever. And at least I was able to spend some time with my parents while I could, which is something I unfortunately can't do anymore as I'm working. So now I'm also more appreciative and grateful every time I get to spend time with them. Now, the last thing on my list, growing up when I was a kid, my mom would assign me simple chores to do in the house. And she would ask me to do those things in my free time, which meant I couldn't play games, I couldn't watch videos or play with friends. Sometimes dread it when she would ask me those things. But looking back at it now, it's because of those things that I've now become a neat freak and a very organized person, if I may say so myself. And I think those are actually good qualities of an employee or an employer and even a roommate. Those were just a few things that I've experienced growing up with a conservative, strict mom. Looking back at it now, I'm actually very thankful for having a strict and conservative mom. Ma, thank you very much. And to all you guys out there who have a conservative, strict mom or dad, give them a break. I mean, they just have your best interests in mind, and they just want to look after you. That concludes my vlog for today. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next episode.